Tack. Jag heter alltså Janne och jag är en av de värmlänningar som har den senaste tiden åkt fram och tillbaka mellan Karlstad och Ukraina. 24 februari så invaderade ryska trupper det här landet. Strax därpå så träffade jag min gode vän Rickard och vi sa till varandra att vi kan inte bara sitta och titta på, vi måste göra något. Sagt och gjort. Vi köpte en folkvagnsbuss i syfte att med den föra humanitär hjälp från Sverige till Ukraina och på tillbakavägen ta med oss flyende människor för att de skulle få en fristad i vårt land. En tid därefter, innan vår första körning, så ordnade Karlstad kommun en manifestation på Stora torget mot kriget. Och där hade vi som tur, Rickard och jag, att vi träffade Mrs. Mariana Kononchuk från Lutsk i västra Ukraina. Och hon kom och är vår viktigaste kontakt in i landet för att vi ska lyckas och kommer att lyckas med våra förutsatser. Okay, I now give the stage and the word to you, dear Mariana.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, there are things that unite all nations and all generations, among them art, culture and democratic values. I represent the Association of Ukrainian Cities, which is 30 years old and which deals with the projection and representation of the rights of local governments and people living in Ukrainian territorial communities. To save my family from the war, I brought my daughter, nephew and parents to Karlstad. My husband, my brother and other Ukrainian men are staying in Ukraine. On March the 5th, at the meeting in the port of Ukraine, in the center of Karlstad, I met two really special residents of Karlstad, Mr. Janne Ekelöf and Mr. Richard Petrelius. When I told them that as the executive director of the Ballet Regional Council of the Association of Ukrainian Cities, I am in constant contact with my colleagues from 24 regions of Ukraine. I know the needs and problems of Ukrainian communities destroyed by the war, and I can contact the mayors of any community in Ukraine. Mr. Janne Ekelöf and Mr. Richard Petrelius offered to cooperate. The communities that Janne and Richard brought together around them, they called Karlstad-Ukraina Tur or Retur. It started with a small group on Facebook, and now it counts almost 400 members and continues to grow. So we sincerely invite each of you to join it. As a part of this cooperation, the humanitarian aid from Karlstad was delivered to local communities bordering Belarus, communities of Chernihiv region, communities of Mykolaiv region, communities of Zaporizhzhia region. Thanks to caring residents of Karlstad, businesses and local non-governmental organizations, volunteers who are ready to transport cargo to Ukraine, many thousands of tons of necessary things, food, phones, power banks, diapers, medicines were delivered to eastern Ukraine. Volunteers from Karlstad, returning home, brought many refugees from Ukraine to Sweden so that they could receive safe temporary shelter. At the same time, we managed to build a systematic delivery of medicines, electric generators and other necessary things from Sweden to Ukrainian soldiers at the front. The fifth humanitarian cargo to Ukraine is currently being prepared. Besides, we are seeking for the possibility to organize the summer camp in Sweden for at least 50 children from Mariupol. Of course, we cannot prevent the suffering of Ukrainians who have been left homeless, but we can alleviate them. As so many Swedes have already done, each of you can also support the people of Ukraine donating money or participating in a peaceful manifestations. You can donate funds by transferring to the community account Karlstad-Ukraina Tur or retur. You have contacts in the received informational leaflets. None of us can do everything, but every single contribution makes a difference. Ukraine will win, will definitely win, thanks to the support of the whole democratic world and Sweden in particular. And it will be our common victory. Thank you very much. Very beautiful.
Thank you very much, Mariana. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce for you GISELLE, performed by the Kyiv Grand Ballet. And the leader of this ballet is Alexander Stoyanov, and the prima ballerina in the ballet is Katerina Hujar. A warm welcome. The performance can start. Thank you.